Hello guys, Sigma here, and today we're going to do another tier list on the weapons when it's rebalanced weapons. So this is my last tier list I did. This was a couple of seasons ago really, so it's well out of date and a lot's changed really. So this is more of a discussion and what I think, to me personally, I think the tier list weapons are, and it's not really hard to see. Like obviously the legendary's got the biggest buff, so they're going to go top tier obviously, but in which order? So I'm going to put them in order which I think how the tier list sits. So I've put an extra 3 down there, as you can see. I forgot them in my last one. Then the Helix obviously has just come out, so it'd be interesting to see where that goes, in my opinion. But however, if you obviously got any discrepancies and stuff like that, you want to comment on stuff, you're welcome to comment down below and you leave your points there, and we can discuss further. But however, I'm just going to start with the disc launchers. Obviously, a massive buff. They're a well sort of weapon throughout the ranks, so top tiers still use them. And yes, they're still going to go in straight into S tier, just behind the EM rifles, as the EM rifles are just slightly better in my opinion, because they hit a lot harder. Railguns, they've got a massive buff as well. They were A tier, so I believe I'm going to stick them in S tier. The reason why they're behind the disc launchers is because I think they're slightly worse. They obviously don't shoot around corners and they don't lock on like the EM rifles. They're not as powerful as the EM rifles, but however, there you are. Here we go, the Graviton Beam, just behind the EMs. They're very good. They're better than the Arcs now and very sustainable. And the reason why I push them against Arcs is because obviously they're legendary, they've got a bigger buff, and also they you don't need a lot of implants on your pilot to use your graviton beams. So they, like I said before, they've got more sustainability and you can add more implants on. So use your 12s on your, I don't know, kill shot or your surge and you're well off, or even your bastion. Guys, I'm really sad to say that the shotguns aren't as good as they used to be. So they've moved down from A to C. It's really sad to see because all my resources went into shotguns, and now Tengu's are kind of useless now because of they're good at shotguns. Yeah. Carbines, they've obviously got a buff, so I'm just going to put them for now just behind the Arc Torrents. I don't think they're as good as the Arc Torrents, but they're still really powerful. If you notice the new bots, they just rip you apart with their carbine. So there you are. So this is what the tier list is looking at the moment. I'm looking at B and the B tier list at the moment. I think it's in a correct order. The missile racks, yes, very good in 2v2s, and mortars are still very powerful on Stalker, and you need them on Stalker and a brick house. I've just moved the miniguns to S tier because they are shredders. They're very good, very strong, and they can go on any mech really. So yeah, definitely an S tier for me, but the back end of an S tier, as you can see in this order. And guys, this is in order, so EMs first, etc, etc, disc launchers, railguns, this is all in good order. This is how I think the order should be. Going back to where am I going now? So yeah, just looking at B. So I was thinking I was going to put the nade launchers in B. So they're very good. They counter EM rifles. You can shoot over the tops of roofs and just get out of sight, because they've got a long straight line of sight, and you obviously can counteract that with these nade launchers. Very powerful weapons indeed. I'm looking at this tier list now. I think it's all in pretty much the order I like it. So I might move to the Voltaic RPGs. They're very good as well. So I'm going to move them up. Obviously got a massive buff, and they're still really powerful. The Gauss rifle I forgot in my last video, and I'm just going to stick it in C for now because they're slightly better than a D, but the back end of C. I'm going to move the long arms at the front, and I'm going to stick the cryo javelins just behind. I know they got a bigger buff than the normal javelins, but however, they're only chiral javelin 6. You can obviously get a 16 jabs and a 12 jabs, so they're slightly just more powerful. Okay, the Helix is just a 2.0 of the javelins, so I'm going to stick him up into B. Yeah, I think B for them at the moment, and I see I haven't really used them, so I can't really comment on them at the moment. I'm just going for power and how javelins work. Okay, and this is probably the end of the tier list at the moment. I know it's a little bit of a quick video. This is how I think it should be. So in order. So as I said before, very, very, very good weapons, obviously in S tier and A tier. You still can use them, still really, really good. And B tier, it's just as good as A tier, but not just slightly just under, I think. So yeah, and the rest I'm sadly to see like they're just useless now. You can't kill the top end mechs. You know, if you get a brick house or a bastion, you know, you'll be there forever shooting it. The shotguns are useless now, and it's just not worth getting any other weapons. So if you're like a beginner at this game, I'd definitely invest in the top weapons there. Look, the S and A tiers first. More the arcs than the carbines, but however, you definitely want the top row first. Then if you want to play about and get some of the other stuff, then go ahead. It's just a waste of money and resources if you ask me anyway. But this is my tier list, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any other comments and you liked the video, please give a like and a comment down below, and please subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot more videos coming. Ta-ra, bye-bye.